Good morning, traders. John from Crypto Candlestick Trading. Just doing a quick update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Just looking at this one here, come down nice. This is the day the tide turned, really, and then we've kind of gone up and broken through the 50, which is good. Indecision. This is not very good when we see indecision like this. If we see a little bit of a pullback and then, like say, a rocket boost or an engulfing sort of a candle after that, something like this here. If we were to see something like this, perfect. I'd definitely be interested in that. The moment, the way it is, this, it's gone up, indecision. So as soon as we see indecision near the top or, like just after it's broken out or something like that, indecisive trading straight after a breakout isn't very good. We can see a line here. We've got support, and then we found resistance at support. So, and also another thing that I want to do, I'll just check this out. There's a few things I want to do just, for analysis. This will only take me a minute. But, we've got a nice touch there and a nice touch there. It'll be interesting to see if we do continue this downtrend. Actually, sorry, I'll just get rid of that. If we do continue this downtrend, which, it's still possible, I wonder if this has any say in it. Like this is kind of like a parallel line going down here, and then we've got resistance, support, and then resistance at this same line here. It'll be interesting to see what happens. We have closed above the 50. I want to see, good solid trading, trading with conviction, like this sort of thing here. A nice solid breakout, and then this kind of a candle here is the sort of thing that I'm after. Above the 50, which is very good. So I do like that part about it. I'll just get rid of those drawings, and I'm just going to do something else, and that is the Fibonacci retracement. So if we go from the swing high all the way down to the low, and then if we have a look here, we've got the 61.8, and it's touched that perfectly, 61.8. So Fibonacci traders are all over this as well. So it will be interesting to see where we go with this one here. At the moment, I'm just not really feeling it. I want more proof than this. This here is not exactly what I'm after. This here is what I'm after. If we had a nice solid breakout close above here, yep, I'd definitely be interested. I'm just wary of this sort of thing here. We do have good volume accumulation. That's about it. So that's Bitcoin. Let's go over a few of these other ones. So looking at this one here, yeah, that's pretty good. It's gone up. It has nice 2 candle pullback, and then look at this, the 2 candle pullback, decline in selling volume, and then even though this wasn't well above average, this volume here smashed the previous day's sellers. And so, you wouldn't want to be a seller up at that point there at the 50 when it, is potentially going to break down. But once we had this here, I was very interested as soon as we closed here above this, this is an engulfing closing above the 50. I mean, that's, to me, it's kind of like a no-brainer. And then it got, opened here, traded lower. I had my entry in just on the green there. As soon as it turned green, I was in. And, what's going to happen here, I honestly don't know. This is great volume accumulation. It's gone up a long way, and it kind of feels to me like it might want to pull back, even if it's down to this previous high here before we take off again. Or, this could fail. It could fail dismally, like, here, and here. We don't know. Well, this is why we use stop losses as well to protect our accounts. And just going through here, this is looking like the same story on a lot of them. And, we've come up here, we've got failure near the 50. Or, like indecision failure near the 50. Here, we didn't quite make the 50. It's just kind of okay. Here, we're broken above the 50. This is nice. I do like this. Well, actually, I got into mana at 288. Yeah, right there, that price there. And that was just a bounce. So once it went down here, then came up, and it was intraday, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to put a buy point just on this peak here, on this high here, over here. And anyway, I did that. So now we've got a rocket booster going, above there. But this looks quite indecisive too. So let's just wait and see what happens. I'm not going to add to the position here. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Not until I see more proof in the market. Avalanche gone up nicely, and but here this has gone up and then pulled back, and then we've got like a mediocre sort of a candle here, which is kind of only okay. Like we can kind of see this when it goes like, I don't know, like for me, I just don't like it. We've gone up a fair way. And usually when we go up like this, we kind of see a 2 or 3 or 5 day pullback, So like how far do we expect it to keep going up at this angle here before we have a decent pullback? Like even here it's coming down, we had a decent pullback before it really, started. Actually, I don't know what happened there. I'll just get rid of that. Now let's go down a little bit further and we'll just check some others. Yep, just Yeah, it's only mediocre. Okay, here failure at the 50 almost. You know, it touched the 50 and then it doesn't look very good. And here we've got 10 o'clock. Our first candle's just started. So, you know, touching, you know, where's it going to go to from here? We'll have to wait and see. Under the 50, under the downtrend line. Here we got, well, I do like this. This is quite nice, actually. This is a pretty good setup. So it's come down here, gapped up, closing above the 9, you know, and then we've got a reversal. Then we've got, this is like a morning star. So it's come down, and then we've gapped down, and then we're given like a spinning top, and then we've come up and we've closed more than 50% above this candle here, which basically says that it's negated what the sellers were trying to do. And so this here was pretty good. And then we've got a massive rocket booster from here, but straight away we've got indecision. You know, indecision at this support and resistance area and at the 200, and we've got the 50. So this is all looking pretty good coming up to here. Let's just wait until we get a nice, you know, what's the difference between now buying at 217 and buying if it was up here at 237? You know, I would much rather wait and buy with confidence instead of getting in now and hoping. This is why we trade what the market does, not what we think the market will do. And moving on, yep, this, you know, kind of just looks okay, you know. So I was kind of looking to get into this one here, you know, being a rocket booster that closed above the 50. But on mine, Bitfinex, they didn't offer it, so it's not for sale on Bitfinex. I've got this one in crypto.com. So, and yep, here, trend line, you know, support and resistance area, and we're struggling at that area. Here, reach the 50. Yep, it's kind of just, you know, so there's kind of a trend here that's happening. You know, we can kind of see here, you know, the failure at the 50, failure at the 50, and then look at this. You know, this is spinning top. You know, and then we're going to engulfing. You know, failure at the 50. What is this saying? This is saying that we've got more downside to come. Oh, that's right. I'm short Stellar Lumens. That's right. I went short Stellar Lumens yesterday. So I got in. You know, it went up to here. It went green, and as soon as it turned to red, yeah, yeah, that's awesome, actually. Yeah. So anyway, like I'm only up 4/10 of a cent. So but anyway, like I bought quite a few. So, but we don't know what this market's going to do. We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, we've got a pretty good breakout, excellent volume. I do like it. Shiba, you know, pretty scrappy candles, but you know, like who knows? We might actually get a bit of a run. You know, I think traders are looking very keen to get something going. So if Bitcoin can kind of hold its place, hold its area, you know, we could see a couple of runners, but we also need to be very careful with what we're doing here because we're coming up to the 50, we're seeing rejection and, you know, at the 50. So, and it's the same story over and over again, pretty much, you know, but that's nice. We've got an engulfing close, you know, off the 200 up, then, you know, not much there. So this one here, support, resistance, you know, yep, between a rock and a hard place, really. This isn't the sort of trading environment I want to be trading in. You know, like if I'm trading in this, it's only, you know, like you know, like that just looks terrible. You know, if I'm trading this, it's only small money. Like have a look at this decline in selling volume on the way up. You know, sorry, decline in volume on the way up. Now this looks really good. Like, you know, we're going to engulf and close above the 50, which is great. You know, like I do like that. We do have a, you know, quite a heavy downtrend though, but you know, still I do like that. You know, but Justin Sun from Tron is doing his best to get out of Tron. He doesn't like it anymore, so he's got bigger and better projects to move on to. So here, so we've got, yep, support, resistance, yep, engulfing, yep. Not a big fan of it. This one here kind of looks only okay. Oh, what's happening? Oh no, that's I thought that was in, you know, today's candle that would have just opened up and gone up a dollar. You know, here we've got, look at this. We've got like a shooting star. You know, like it looks like from a, you know, looking at it from there, touch and rejection at the 200. Here we've got the same again, rejection at the 200. Here we've got an engulfing, you know, off the 200. But you know, like it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Let's have a look at crypto.com. So crypto.com, yeah, I didn't mind crypto.com. You know, we've had had a nice big break there. We've got, you know, good increasing volume. It's coming out of stochastics oversold from back here, which is good. Yeah, I do kind of like that. It'll be interesting to see where we go with this. This I do like. You know, this is, so we've had a first close above, and then now we've got our second attempt, you know, gapping up with strength, closing above the 50, indecision, and now we're even. Yeah, I don't mind crypto.com. Looks pretty good. This one here, no, don't like it. It's, you know, below the 50, and yeah, it's that one there. No, it's the same again. You know, touch the 50, rejection. It's just indecision. This isn't a really good environment to be trading, that's for sure. You know, there's just way too indecisive. This looks pretty good. Flow, you know, gone up, nice, engulfing, closing above the 9, and now we're going to engulf and closing above the 50. But look at the candle. You know, we've got massive volume there. Check out the candle. Let's just have a look and see if the so this is this sort of volume here. You know, yeah, I don't know. Have a look there. Went up and sold off. Went up and sold off. Went up and sold off. Here went up and sold off. You know, a little bit. We've got massive volume on that sell off there. Look at this one here. Massive volume on that sell off there. You know, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. However, one thing I can say is that it's come down. We got the 9 EMA making higher highs, high lows. So we've gone up here, nice closing above, and then we pull back, and then we've got an engulfing closing above, which is nice. And now we've got an engulfing closing above both moving averages, which is yeah, it's good. But you know, like I'm wondering, you know, this sell-off that happened up the top here, that this isn't all buyers. There's a good amount of sellers that are involved in this as well. So why is it that this broke out with strength, and then there was a lot of selling towards the end of the day? Let's just have a little bit more of a look, and then we'll call it quits. Yep, not much there. It's just you know, ordinary. I want to see good solid breakouts, and you know, at the moment we just don't have it. You know, this here indecision negative. You know, it's kind of one. Yeah, you know, nah. It's just, you know, we're getting engulfing closing above quite a few wicks there. We're at resistance. And then we've got the 50. So, you know, even if we were to be getting in here at 24.5 cents, have a look at that there. It's only 24.7. Sorry, 25 cents. So we've got like 3.5 cents, you know, that we could make between there and there. Are we going to get some sort of rejection? For me, if I want to capitalize on a big trend, you know, like, or on a decent move here, it doesn't look like we're going to be moving very far before we get, you know, some sort of resistance. I want to be buying things where the resistance is minimal at the top. Yeah, yep, okay, only okay. This one here, you know, what I'm after with something like this, you know, like this actually does look pretty good. You know, like we've kind of, you know, I do like this sort of reversal, and I do like this engulfing here, beating that red, but we're under the 50. So the thing that I'd be looking at here, or hoping for to see here, is even if we reach the 50, then fail and come back to the 9, and then break above the 50 with a candle like this, you know, then I'd be very interested in it. But have a look at it now. You know, we're just under the 50, still trending down. We've got some massive reversal volume, which is good, but you know, this needs more proof, in as far as I'm concerned. We'll just have to wait and see. This here, I like it, but we're under the 50 again, and we've got, you know, support, resistance. We've broken that resistance a little bit by the looks of it. You know, if you were to buy here, so there's 24 cents again. So what are we on? CHC. So we're on 24 cents. So why not just wait until we get one of these nice solid closing candles above the 50 and buy it, you know, another 1.5 cents above? You know, like, let's just wait and buy what the market tells us to do, and then, you know, like, so we'll just take all the guesswork out of it. Yeah, at the moment there's way too much guesswork, and it's way too risky to be in the markets at this stage. So, you know, we can see there's a bit of red going around too, like a little bit of indecision. We'll just go have our last look at Bitcoin, and then I'll call it quits. Yeah, indecision, turning red. You know, yep. Let's just wait and see. There's, you know, this one here, great candle, closing above the 50, which is good. Indecisive trading after that, I don't like it. You know, like, I'm happy to wait and sit back. And the thing is, I'm not going to be buying Bitcoin anyway. I want to see Bitcoin come out with, you know, some massive sort of. You see here how it breaks down below, and then it pulls back to the major moving averages before it continues. That's the sort of thing I'm hoping for here. If this happens, I want to see it, you know, go up to here and then pull back to the 50, and then give us an engulfing candle off the 50. And you know, I'll be very interested in that when that happens. Okay, traders, I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, or you know, if you want to, you know, need to know anything, let me know, and I'm happy to help. All right, talk to you again soon. See you.